Folks, if you thought that Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard was going to be the biggest buyout announcement of early 2022, then you're still probably correct. But there is another big one being announced today, as we've just learned that Sony is buying Bungie for $3.6 billion. And while this is wild and crazy, a lot of folks on Twitter do seem to be a little bit confused. So of course, you very, very savvy esports fans out there who are very, very well informed, of course, know that Bungie hasn't developed Halo for quite some time. But, do your duty out there on Twitter. Remind all the Halo fans that are a little bit worried about this revelation. But we are going to stay focused today on what they are acquiring. What does Sony get out of this deal, which is a little bit of a mystery, to be honest. But we do know that, of course, Bungie's flagship property right now is Destiny. So let's focus in on that and talk about some of the things that have been guaranteed so far when it comes to the future of Destiny and who knows what else lies beyond for Sony and Bungie. First things first, as reported by Jason Schreier, Sony is buying Bungie, the maker of Destiny, another seismic gaming deal that comes just 2 weeks after Microsoft purchased Activision Blizzard. Bungie put Xbox on the map. Now it's part of PlayStation Studios. Filed to Bloomberg Terminal, hitting web soon. As of recording, we're still ahead of that Bloomberg article. He continues, both parties did a decent job keeping this secret. Several Bungie staff learned it from me this morning as I tried to break the news. Bungie held an all-hands meeting at 10 a.m. Pacific time to tell everyone at the same time as it went public. And this is certainly the first I'm hearing of it, and the first that apparently everybody else is hearing of it. I haven't found a single person so far that claims that they knew about this ahead of time, but this is breaking news, of course. And so as we take a look at Twitter, we do see that, like they mentioned in that post, like Jason Schreier just told us, they did give an official announcement right on time with the revelation being shared with the staff apparently as well. Taking a look at the Bungie Twitter account, they announced a partnership and their commitment to Bungie's creative vision moving forward. That is Sony's commitment to ensuring that they still have the creative freedom and independence to do what they do best, with a link to a blog post that goes into further detail. They make it clear they'll continue to have independent freedom to publish and develop their games, and state that, quote, the most immediate change you will see is an acceleration in hiring talent across the entire studio to support our ambitious vision. If this speaks to you and you want to help us put a dent in the universe, we are hiring across all disciplines for Destiny 2 and for all new worlds beyond. Very interesting note, not only are they expanding, but this heavily implies, it seems, that they are really, really drumming up their production sometime soon. Could be new games, could be a planned massive expansion to Destiny 2, could be both. It's uncertain so far. We also got a post courtesy of Destiny 2's account that preemptively answers a few important questions as they address the future of the game. As you can see here, Destiny 2 will stay on all current platforms and expand even further. Bungie will maintain control and publishing independence of the Destiny universe, possibly a very important specificity there, the Destiny universe, not anything else they have planned, and the experience will not be different platform to platform. Sounds like they're promising we won't have even the exclusive PlayStation in-game content that we've seen in other games like Soul Calibur in the past. We've all seen that sort of thing before. Now, much like the Microsoft deal, there seems to be some pretty solid room for legalese here that has some folks doubtful about the future of the game and what exactly they're planning to do in the future. Bungie retaining control over Destiny 2 seems to be putting a lot of Destiny players at ease, though, at the very least, as does the promise that no one's going to be cut off from any platform. No one on any platform is going to lose access to the game, which would be a wild move, but it is a thing that apparently people were worried about. But at the very least, the promise of, to a certain degree, the spoken promise of, we are not going to make content that comes out in the future PlayStation exclusive. There's not going to be PlayStation exclusive missions or weapons or things like that. That, however, it does seem to be a little bit more in doubt based on public opinion so far, but it does seem to be what they're implying here in this post. So the question is, why? What does Sony get out of buying Bungie? If they don't want control over Destiny, are they launching a new IP? Does Bungie have a new idea they wanted Sony or another company's investment to make? So they sought a buyout so they'd have enough money for this staff expansion that we're seeing and all the resources necessary to fund and produce their new project. We know that they haven't worked on multiple games in quite a long time. The last really big flagship was Halo. Currently, all they are really going with is Destiny. Does Sony have an IP of their own, an old one they're looking to remake, a new one that they're planning to launch for the first time that they've decided Bungie is the best possible studio to handle? Are they looking at one of Bungie's older properties that they want them to bring back into the modern era? Are we finally getting an Oni remake? Please tell me it's the case. Only time will tell at this point. I wanted to get this news to you as quick as possible, so no doubt more is going to develop by the time this video is out maybe, but for right now, what do you folks think? What in your mind is Sony up to here? Honestly, I have no clue. Will things change for Destiny in the future despite their assurances that it won't? Do you think that things are going to get better for Destiny possibly with Sony's backing? Who knows? anything is possible at this point. It's really one of the most shocking stories that we've had in a minute, at least for me, in terms of the multiple paths that could lead from here. So I'm very excited to see what you folks think, and I'm very excited to see what gets announced in the near future. 2022 is going to be wild. Drop a comment down below, and I will continue to keep a close eye on this situation. And of course, I'll be back with another video the minute that there's more to report on. But for right now, thank you for joining us once again. Remind those Halo fans that Halo isn't going anywhere, hasn't been going anywhere for quite some time, and have yourselves a beautiful day.